Hi everyone, I'm Elsie.
I'm Juno.
The topic of our psychology iMovie is BTK serial killer Dennis Rader.
And we divided the iMovie into three parts. The first one is introduction, the event. Second is the scene's restoration. Next is the analyze and the conclusion.
Dennis Rader is an American serial killer known as the BTK killer. He was born in 1945. He gave himself the name BTK for blind torture kill, which was his infamous signature. Between 1974 and 1991, Rader killed 10 people totally. Dennis Rader is the oldest of 4 sons in his family, and according to the report, he tortured animals as a child. He also had a sexual fetish for women's underwear and stole underpants from his victims and wore them himself.
And then, on 1971, he got married and had 2 children. He describes his murder plan divided into 3 parts: fishing, hunting, and killing. He has a puzzle with a criminal tool, and he said his first victim was in 1974, and the victim is 16-year-old Joseph and his wife Julie and their 2 children.
度过了，没事。来，然后下一个是。
Between 1974 and 1977, he killed 10 people. Then he wrote a letter to the police and the media confessing to the crime. After 25 years, he wrote to the media last March, releasing information about the 1987 killings and once again creating a BTK atmosphere of terror. This is the list of his victims. He murdered 10 people. 7 of them were females. 2 of them were males. And the other one is a child.
Next is the scene restoration.
B stands for bind. T stands for torture. K stands for kill. Rader was arrested while driving near his home in 2005. In the next morning, the newspaper announced the bottom line: BTK is arrested.
He was charged with 10 first-degree murder charges, but there are no death sentences at that time, so Rader was sentenced to the prison for about 175 years. As a child, Dennis Rader appeared outwardly normal and unremarkable, but by his own admission, he says he developed a fantasy about bondage, control and torture from an early age, and he killed kites as by hanging them. So Dennis from his youth learned how to live in two worlds. One is normal life, and the other is his private world of torture and dice. His victims were strangers or acquaintances. He killed in a local area. He worked for them in their homes, and the victims targeted were women or young girls. Males were mainly killed only because they were obstacle to him. This is his motives, methods, and modus operandi. Rader is the last killer and a serial killer, organized, psychopathic, with a narcissistic personality, suffering a form of paraphilia.
Serial killers are not the monsters that we think them to be. They are often normal people with a normal life. They are difficult to spot or recognize because of some mental illness. That's the end of our psychology iMovie.
Thanks for watching.